Who is that knucklehead right there? That was me. I'll get to that in just a second. What is up, everybody? This is Cal Shoemake with The Truth Culture. We're all about trying to help people to find the truth. Have you ever felt like you were not equipped to share the truth with somebody, to help somebody find the truth, all because you don't feel like you have enough knowledge? After all, what if people start asking me questions? People start asking me questions. I mean, come on. I don't have a theology degree. I don't know how to win an apologetic battle with somebody. I don't know how. I've never even read The Case for Christ. I've never even read that book. Well, listen, you should make sure that you take time to read books that help you to defend the faith. But I'm going to tell you that you don't need to wait until you've done that to start helping people find the truth. Here's why. Because as great as those things are, and you need to do that, as great as those things are, though, you already right now possess the most powerful tool that God gives us to share the faith and to help people find the truth. What is that? It's your story. That's right, your story. What is your story? What is your testimony? What has God done in your life? I'm going to prove to you that it's the most powerful thing, one of the most powerful things that God has given us to help people find the truth. Revelation 12:11 is talking about overcoming the enemy here. And it says, and they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb. All right, that's extremely powerful. And what's the other thing? Of all the things in the world that are going to come up, that are going to help you overcome, it's the blood of the Lamb, and because of the word of their testimony. Why is your testimony so powerful? Well, here's the reason. Because this knucklehead right here doesn't even exist anymore. So I could get into an argument with somebody. Somebody could be super confrontational and try to out-argue with me with all these different points of theology and all this stuff. But the one thing they will never, ever, 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 ever be able to defend or take away is the fact that this person doesn't exist anymore. He doesn't. The old me is gone, and behold, all things become new. I am a completely new creation. Completely new creation. And that is impossible for somebody to defend. God changed my heart, and He lives inside of me now. And if you're a Christian, that's exactly what He has done in you, so nobody can defend that. So listen, your story, whether you realize it or not, no matter if you've got this crazy testimony of all kind of crazy stuff, or you've got this, you grew up in church all your life, one way or another, God has given you an incredibly powerful testimony that He wants to use to help people, those that He brings into your life. God brings different people into different people's lives. It's all intentional. It's all on purpose. There's no coincidences for this stuff with God. God is absolutely intentional. He brings those people into your life. He's given you the exact story that He wants to give you, and He is going to use that to help people to find the truth with that powerful tool. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I think we all need to do. We all need to take some time and craft an elevator speech of your testimony. What's an elevator speech? Picture yourself, you get into an elevator, you don't have very much time to share something with somebody before it's time for them to get off at the next floor, or a few floors up, 7, 8 floors up, whatever it is. You don't have very much time, but you need to communicate something. And why do I say you don't have very much time? Well, here's what you don't want to do. Somebody says, you know what, Johnny, please share with me everything that God's done in your life. You don't want to come back and say, well, have a seat, and you want something to drink? You don't want to do that. I'm sure God has done a million gajillion things in your life like He has in mine. But everybody doesn't need to hear it the first time they ask you about your testimony or matzah. They don't need to hear about all that. Make it short, make it concise, give an elevator speech, 3-4 minutes, something like that, and make sure that you craft it in such a way that it shows the uniqueness and the incredibleness of what God has done in your life. He's done something awesome. It's unique. It's interesting. Make sure it comes across that way. How do you make sure it comes across that way? Share it with those around you that know you. Let them help you craft a really good speech. Let them help you concise it down and get it down to something that makes sure it communicates the awesomeness of what God did in you. Talk to your wife, or if you're married, or your husband, or your mom, or your dad, or whoever, and let them help you with that. You'll be surprised how many ministry opportunities come your way when you're prepared. When we're prepared, see, there's so much more that God can do in our lives. So when you're doing things like fishing to find out who around you God is doing something in, and trying to draw them to Him, when you start realizing, you start doing things to fish around for that, God's going to create those opportunities, and He's going to use your story to help them out. Remember, God made us to be light in darkness. And your story is a big part of that light. Until next time, God bless.